Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for the collective. All right, we're going to look at the three worlds. Now, do you know what the three worlds are? Well, we have the underworld or our shadow side of things. We'll go into that a little bit and you'll understand as we go along. Then we also have world two, which is your human experience and our reality. And then there is the upper world, heaven, divine, your higher self, or the universe, or however that is for you and what you believe in. So, and that is the third world. So we have our lower self, our reality, and then our higher self. So if you want to look at it that way. So let's look at the descent as we go down into our shadow side. What shadow wound or karmic imprint is being activated at this time? Okay, well, we are looking at some lacking here where you're either bored, dissatisfied, um, pouting a little bit, or just looking out at what could be and your reality as of I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda, or something along the lines of maybe your stability, um, whether that's money, love, partnership, union, whatever it is. You need to talk more lovingly to yourself about things more in a positive way. Don't be so hard on yourself, is what I'm getting. Um, Look at the cup half full instead of half empty. Maybe look at things as an optimistic way instead of a pessimistic way. And it's kind of saying to activate those loving words, get that different perspective. So definitely looking at things differently as of now, maybe seeing things differently instead of what it could have, shoulda, and didn't, and it's a problem. Look at maybe what the solution might be and look at things in more of a positive manner. So let's see, what is the hidden thread here? So, what unconscious belief, fear, or ancestral pattern is influencing your situation right here? What is the thing that is lacking, or what is the belief, fear, or ancestral pattern that's influencing for you to be looking at things in this manner? Oh, okay. So, you may be thinking about long-term longevity with a partner, that long-term stability in a relationship. So maybe that is something you don't have at this time. You're looking for that stability once again with the number four. This time is the wands with the 1111. This is where you have somebody you care about that you come together with their family and your family and you holiday celebrations and you celebrate together, that happy home, that harmony, love is in the air and all that good stuff. It's kind of like that peace and uh, restful type of energy. It just you're just be, right? So, and it's carefree and loving and kind. All right, so we do have the Page of Pentacles, which may also indicate that you're thinking about how to grow your money independently. Finances may also be a thing. Maybe you're looking at what you want to do or what is your best life at this point. You might be looking at what you need to get to that best life or that lifestyle you're looking to live or eventually get to. So it's almost like maybe learning a lesson or learning something about yourself that's going to propel you to get there. So almost like whatever this is for you, it has something to do with maybe your belief or how you look at things, and having a different perspective may help you change that whatever this influencing about your money and how you don't have that, maybe about your long-term relationship and you don't have that, and you're looking at it as a negative instead of acting as if you already have it. It's a positive, and that you can influence the situation in a way that is going to bring it to you. Um, so, what liberation key? What do you need to release, integrate? or acknowledge in order to move up? Oh, maybe a little different for give and take, maybe giving more to others, maybe giving to charity or giving. It's like that the more you give, the more you receive type of energy here. Showing your boundaries. Maybe it's about putting those boundaries up and not wavering on those boundaries, depending on who it is. So maybe it's your daughter and they want something from you and you say no at first, and then they maybe are like, oh, really? Oh, okay. And they're so disappointed that they can't do what they were going to do. And then you feel bad about it. So you may change your mind to help out. That is breaking that boundary of your own or bending it for this person. And what happens is that person knows they can, depending on how they talk to you, about making you feel their sorrow or their grief or their hurt, or their emotional pain, will change your mind on whether you'll help them or not. So then it becomes a thing. So, and then they know exactly how to manipulate you in order to get what they want from you. And they may do it more and more and more, which will cause eventually resentment because you're breaking your own boundaries and you may not want to do those things at the time. You have that right to say no and not be apologetic for doing so. So that emotional manipulation that may be occurring. Not that I'm saying that your kids do this to you, but if you do bend your boundaries, that's what they learn is that they can bend those boundaries in certain ways to have you do what they want you to do, right? And that may they may not realize they're manipulating you this way. They just want to get what they want to go where they want to go, and they don't really want you to say no, if you know what I'm saying. So keeping those boundaries and having them in place and not bending them, being unapologetic for saying no. Let's see. What else do we got here? All right. Okay. Hmm, definitely. I like this one for you about how to move up into the next world by releasing, integrating, or acknowledging to move up, which is certain people are going to want to win, and that you need to leave if somebody's putting you in a competition. If they are supposed to be with you, then nobody else should be really a factor in that if they're really with you. So and it's about realizing that and leaving if that's the case, right? You're not going to bend those um, at all either. So, what's the human experience? Let's look at that human experience. We'll just stack that there. And I'll move this one up there. All right. So let's get the human experience. This is the second world. Whoa, this is your present path at the current circumstances. Wow, tower in reverse. So when that occurs, sometimes this is how you deal with your life. With Mars showing up, there might be some denial or not learning a lesson here, maybe even divorce, or there's some fear coming in here with the tower. Now, I'm getting like maybe some truth is, I don't know, it's almost like okay, so it might be a divorce. It might be fear of, I don't know, the unknown, denial, refusing to learn that lesson. Might even be divorce, and you're much happier by dropping those burdens. This might help you to manifest what you're looking to have by changing this perspective from the half empty to the half full. Having those loving words to yourself and catching yourself if you're kind of talking nasty to yourself because you didn't see something or react a certain way or coulda, woulda, shoulda, and didn't. And instead of concentrating on the problem, you're looking at what the solution will be and dropping those burdens with the 10 of wands. So almost like releasing all that dead weight that you seem to be carrying for everyone else and just kind of focusing on what it is that you do want. And when you do manifest, there's one thing that's hugely clear, and that is it's about what you do want. So when you manifest, spirit only hears what you want. So if you say, I don't want this, that's what you're still going to get because spirit doesn't see it as a don't want. They're seeing it as you asking for a do want or what you do want, right? So, how do I put that? So, if you're saying, I don't want somebody to cheat on me, they're just going to bring you a cheater because they figure that's what you're asking for. They don't hear the don't part in there. That doesn't even apply. It's what you say in that sentence. And the don't doesn't come out, it says, I want a cheater. And that's what they hear. So that's what they give you. So, because it's supposed to be what you want, not what you don't want. So, when you say, I don't want a cheater, maybe you should be saying, I want someone faithful. You want it to be on that positive spin instead of on the negative one. So, what you get is a positive thing and not a negative thing, right? If that makes sense. Okay, let's move on. So this is what's going on in your present path. Where's the turning point here? What choice, crossroad, or action that will shift the timeline for you? What is that? Show me that turning point. Okay, well, first off, you have to have courage. All right, and all right, it's saying that money is not a factor here. You may feel like you're having some hardship or you're going through some struggles, okay, which is fine. I mean, everybody has those hardships at some point in their life. Um, Maybe there's a blow to your ego, or you're unemployed, or you fear abandonment, whatever it is. Maybe it's a loss or insecurities, or ongoing challenges that never seem to get better for you. I feel like you need to have the courage. Now, you've gone through these things for you to make you more of a stronger person mentally, maybe even physically, depending on the case of what you've gone through. Judgment. So, what this is really saying to me is that there are going to be changing events that your soul is pulling you to do. This is that closing out the lessons and awakening to what your soul is yearning for, that purpose or that calling you to do here. Okay, your soul is calling you to do, or the divine is trying to communicate what you should be doing at this point. Okay, so there's the turning point. And this may be looking at within of what your heart truly says you want. What does it really say to you that you want? Oh, you can change your mind here and there, and oh, I could do this and this and that. Oh, I'm good at this and that. What do you really want though? What are you really passionate about that you could see doing every day, that you love to do, that you could continue doing and feel great about and not look at it as a bad thing, right? So it's kind of finding that choice or crossroad or the action that's going to shift your timeline for you to a more positive, to a more manageable and action driven type of experience that's going to change everything for you, that's going to embody a lesson that your soul is learning in real time. So let's see what that situation looks like. What is the soul learning through this situation in real time? Wow, to this is you may not even realize this, but your consciousness is really it might be unconscious to you at this time, but it will show up for you about what you're leaving behind. What is your legacy saying to you? What can you do to help bring in this lifestyle that you want, that you can pass down? Maybe it's a business, maybe it's just your property, maybe it's things that you have, Maybe it'll be what you pass down to your loved ones that they'll inherit. Whatever the case is, yeah, you're investing right now or will be. Your soul is calling you to look at what you're leaving behind, what you want to do, the money you want to have that you can enjoy with your family, your friends, your colleagues, whatever, your kids or your grandkids or the people you love, watching them have fun with what you have or what you gained, okay? And it's watching them enjoy the things that you've brought to the table, okay, if that makes sense. You're investing in self at this point or what you want to have for your legacy, working towards that. So, what other choices or actions, what crossroad maybe even shifts this for you and embodies this lesson? Okay, and justice is coming in. It's about doing the right thing for you, and it's not about asking around what everybody else thinks and then taking the best option everybody else thinks you should do. That's giving away your power, and essentially, it may not ring true for you in your heart. It's got to be your own decision. It has to be what you truly feel within that you could see you're doing yourself doing every day and loving what you do. Okay. Oh, that came out and I didn't even ask. Okay, there are lots of options you may have to choose from. Don't look at things too much as don't put yourself in an illusion or wishful thinking type of situation. Try to choose wisely and try not to have too much of an indecision. Make it something that maybe you narrow down so you don't have so many opportunities or choices to make when it comes to this. Have your best three or your best five and then narrow it down from there. Maybe look at what you have for skills and what you could see yourself doing or what you think you would really be good at and that you would like to try and try different things. I mean, you never know what you can do until you do them. And sometimes you're going to find, okay, that is not for me, or you'll know before you even try it. But I find that when I try different mediums for different art projects or trying new things, I find that sometimes I have a really good knack for it or a talent for it, or it's kind of goes down in the same creativity, or I can look at certain items and see it put together as a finished product, or or you can look at a room and already envision it how you would love to have it. And maybe you're really good at interior design, and maybe that would be something you'd really be good at, or you know what I mean? So it's that passion is that you'd really like to see for yourself. And try not to have too many options to have to choose from. Narrow it down to your best three or something like that. All right, so let's look at the upper world now with the human experience done. Let's look at the upper world, the heaven, the divine, the higher self, the universe, spirit, whatever you believe in. Okay. So, what is the higher guidance that your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides are trying to communicate to you at this time? All right, time for healing. So, you definitely are still healing certain things here, especially if there's a divorce here, and you're going to be happier for it because you'll be able to put down a lot of burdens from that, find yourself again, and maybe things weren't so good. I feel like it's a time shifting right now for a lot of signs that are going to help you um, get past certain things that are hurdles to you, where they may feel like a hardship, but as you move forward, those things just get easier and there may be someone else coming in for you. So let's look at the higher world here. Higher guidance, what are the angels trying to tell you or communicate that you still need to heal certain things? There is going to be a suitor showing up for you, but you are kind of closed off to it, or you have a gate around you or walls put up around you that nobody can really access. you might even be coming and showing up as somebody a little closed off or unapproachable, even. So it may need you to have a look at those things, revisit those things, balance that light and dark side of yourself in order to let those walls come down. Okay, there's something you are looking at here. All right, there is some excitement about the prospect or idea of somebody bringing in an offer. You may have been waiting for a long time for this. Well, maybe not waiting, but maybe it hasn't shown up for you yet, and it's been a long time since you had somebody in your arms or that you've had love in your life. So, the prospect of that is kind of that exploration and enthusiastic and inspirational and taking a chance and acting on that chance. So, let's just see here for future potential or a higher timeline available if there's an action that is taken. What is the action you need to take? What was this? Okay, so maybe saving some money or um I feel like this may be being cautious. Maybe you are fixated on your wealth right now or your financial stability. So remember, you need to change that and talk lovingly to yourself. Don't beat yourself up so much. Change that perspective and look at things in a positive manner. There is somebody coming in for you. Maybe a water sign. It is showing up here. Where did I see this? Okay, I thought there was a Queen of Cups here, but I guess no. That might have been a different reading. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like somebody is emotionally available coming in as their masculine side. It could still be a female, just looking at their masculine side of things instead of their feminine. We all have it. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? I was looking for her and she shows up. Would you believe that shit? So your counterpart were side by side. So an idea like this, you both may be savers. You may both be good with your money, or maybe you're going to learn something from this person about your money and how to save, or how they save it, or what they do. And they might be the one that helps build you up a bit with your money by what they do. So you might learn some things from them, your counterpart, about money and how to save it, and maybe looking at money in a different perspective. Now, okay, so definitely another four is showing up for you, and you've had four, four, and four, and this is really telling me your stability is huge for you. You are all about stability. So, collective, this is kind of telling me this is really important to you about how your life is going and what kind of things you're looking at this point. So, money is something that you need to save. Wow. Would you look at that? And this is going to be something you're going to fight for, or your person's going to fight to keep. The wheel is turning in your favor towards that, what you're looking to do. So, that higher timeline and the action being taken, you're going to have good luck on your side. Wow. And you may even fight for this marriage, or your person might fight for this and want to have marriage with you. Or if it's not marriage and you, no, I'm not getting married, maybe it's a long term relationship, stability, maybe happily ever after kind of thing, where you have the dog, the house, and the kids, and the whatever. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. This is what you're really passionate about. You're facing that darker side of yourself. You already did that back here, and it might be to check in once again with that devil side, okay, about what you're really passionate about and going after. You're still your own thing here, and it might be that ambitious factor that you're stepping into with the Capricorn card showing up. We also have the Hierophant. Now, with the Hierophant, this is Taurus, so this is again the earth energy grounding you and this person together. Now, with the water here, I'm trying to remember here. Now, okay, so water is that's going to be an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and you may be an earth sign. I believe it's water and earth that go well together, and it's air and fire that go well together. Because you can grow things with the water, and with the fire, you need air for it to blaze, or something along those lines. So I think I might have that wrong, but we'll see. There is decisions that you're going to have to make. You might need time or more time to think about things. And with that Two of Swords, this is kind of a crossroad coming up for you that maybe you can't really see the truth on, or maybe you're avoiding a truth, maybe even looking at things, a painful choice you're having to make. Now, let's just get to the last thing here. How can you spiritually upgrade or awaken, or I guess it's acknowledge your destiny? Um, what energy do you need for this journey? What energy do you need for this journey? Ooh. Okay, so let's just see. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there could be another potential person that could the choices here. Because there is some uncertainty, because there is an air sign showing up. This may be somebody you've walked away from, maybe divorced here, depends on what your situation. If somebody puts you in, this is looking like it's over. So is that with this person as your counterpart, or the person that they put into competition and you walked away from? So, I mean, this is uncertainty wrapped around in a relationship, where somebody is trying to make it sound like it's true, or maybe somebody told you the truth about this and you ended it out. So this is about making a decision or not wanting to see this painful choice that you've had to make. Now, maybe this person shows up in your world as you're healing, which it looks like is happening, and it looks like you're dissatisfied about being put in this. You've walked away from somebody. Is this who's caused this uncertainty and an ending? So, and that could be the King of Swords is an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And oh, did I say that about the cups? The cups is Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So excuse me if I made that, if I said that wrong. The air energy here, maybe this person that you walked away from, that you ended it out with, because there was just too much uncertainty here. But things look really good here, but there's something showing here that maybe this person's going to try to fight for this. But you do have good luck on your side, and it may be somebody coming back to ask you to marry them. Now you're going to have to decide between who it is you're looking to have. But this definitely comes with a lot of uncertainty with the moon here. There's a truth being revealed, or it needs to be. It's hidden. There's some hidden element to this that's causing some uncertainty. So I feel like this may be what the choice is all about. So you may have two people, one that's going to bring in a new offer here that you've been waiting for a long time to show up. And it may involve that loving type of energy where they're emotionally available and they see you as their counterpart. And I mean, marriage is even a factor here. And yet somebody else is going to show up. They may feel lucky that they can come back in before you decide any of this and make it hard for you to decide. So let's see here. Yeah, three party here. Three people. It may even be on a celebration of an engagement, or even on your wedding day. Maybe in your vows, don't have it where If anybody objects to this, speak now or forever hold your peace. Maybe cut that line out of those vows. Because I have a feeling if that's the case, this person may show up and say, I object to this and cause a scene. So, and of course, wedding day is your day, right? So, I mean, it could be somebody else's wedding too, that they cause a ruckus at by showing up there while you're there with someone else. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So there are three people here, and that was over here that you were kind of looking at things differently. You were beating yourself up about being put in this situation. It's not your fault. Looks like you've had your boundaries up here. But if you wavered at any point, this person may have used that against you. So, and put you in a competition because they know you won't go anywhere. You'll come back. Or you'll say you're leaving and then you'll come back and you'll come back and you'll come back. And they've done this maybe more than once. So, you might be learning a lesson with that. So it's important to look at what you want for yourself, and that seems to be the overall message that I'm getting for your journey. So let's just see about this third party here. Show me what I need to see about this celebration you're going to, or this third person that they put a like because you're in something new, they're going to be the third person coming in to disrupt it, even though they put you in a third party. So let's just see what this Three of Cups is. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be all about how you want to move forward, about a lesson being learned here, how you want to grow your money independently, how you want to be goal oriented and what you want for your best life, being diligent about that, being curious again about your finances or about what your ambitions might be or what you want to do for you for once. And this is being about your truth and positively manifesting that. And I feel like with this third party here, this might be something you do back here, which produces it here, where you get your life, when you get through those three worlds, because you go from your underworld, your shadow side, and you ascend up into your reality, and then it goes into your manifesting to your best life or to spirit, so they bring that in for you. So it's kind of you've gone through each world or each conscious level, let's say, your consciousness that you've raised up from, and this person just is coming in to disrupt all that. So let's see. So it's about being true to yourself about what you truly want to manifest and what you want and what you don't want. Okay. So, but don't say that you don't want things. It's about what you do want, right? But then maybe there are some things that you just won't have in your life. And maybe those are your five must nots. You have your five must haves, and then you have your five must nots, if you will. But you are manifesting your King of Cups here. So this is being true to yourself about who this person is to you. You're seeing them showing up, or this is what Spirit's trying to tell you is we've guided this person in, we've brought this person to this space. Now it's up to you to embrace them, to bring um, into your generational wealth or your legacy that you're building, right? So that emotional harmony that you're going to have with this person for the end of days, so your end of your life. So this is that long-term relationship. You're going to have to make a choice though. This person's going to help you bring down those walls that this person has made you put up again. Okay, especially your breaking them down over here and in through here. And then as soon as this person comes back in, the walls are back up. You're reliving what this person put you through by seeing this person. Um, because you've ended it with that all that uncertainty there, that should be a red flag. Okay. And that is part of your intuition telling you that. Yeah, they're coming. They will be coming in when you feel at your best, when your things are moving really good with this new person and you're starting to build with them. This is when this will show up. You need to make plans of what you're going to do, and I don't feel like it's going to be a hard choice for you. So let's see what gates or doors are opening for you. Oh, this one's running long too, so let's just see. All right, that balance, that um, fairness. Okay, this person maybe isn't being fair by coming back in and disrupting your life once again after you've moved on and you're happy. So this is really disrupting that. So let's just see. Protection. You may want to protect this, or Spirit's going to help protect this. Your person's going to help protect you. And sovereignty. So this is that, does it say self-determination, freedom, free will to release this person, which I feel you're going to have no problem doing, especially with all the chaos and the uncertainty and the hidden factor or feeling that comes with that. Maybe issues that resurface or whatever illusion they're trying to create for you. Your person, nature. So they're going to be feeling grounded with you, or you're going to be feeling grounded by them if they are a pentacle or an earth sign. And you have earth and water and magic. This is really magical to them. They feel like this is meant to be. Like this is going to be something that they hold the key to, or you hold the key. Now, there's that creative factor, and I feel like this is really great because you're both going to have some things that you do together to build this legacy, and whatever is needed to be illuminated will be. So you're going to see exactly who this person is and what these reasons you have ended it and how that was a good decision. Because I feel like with this other person, you're going to realize that this was not love. Okay. Maybe what you're feeling with this new person is more in line, aligned with love, and what that is what you're looking for when it comes to that love factor and your career and whatnot. So let's get into the letters and see. Whoa. Okay. Maybe you haven't learned this lesson yet, so the wisdom is in reverse. So it might be an M or a W in their name. Um, this might be what you've experienced, and it will matter later on because what you've experienced here is going to have a factor in what relates here. Let's see what else. We have ascending, so you will level up. You will have that justice. So there will be taking a stand against this person, and what you are doing for you is right. And don't let that truth be taken from you. And there's going to be a reward being prosperous, results of hard work and success for the effort. So there may be a W, A, J, R, or an M, and an I. Insight, look for signs, use your intuition. You are right about this person. So there you have it. Do we want to see attributes? Yeah, sure. Let's just see if you can't recognize this person when they do come in. This water sign, this King of Cups, this emotionally available. They may be Hispanic or Latino, or you could be, or this X is. So just keep in mind there are three people here. So if it's not you, it could be your person or your ex. You're going to know what your ex looks like. So, and this new person you may not know yet. So they may be powerful, Latino. They may have facial hair. They may have freckles. They may have brown eyes. They may makeup. No, that might be you, unless they're a woman. So, however that is for you, nicely dressed. and straight hair and tall. So there you have it. Those are some of the attributes that might help you recognize who your person is. Of course, take what does resonate for you and leave what doesn't. So, and don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm still trying to get to those 10,000 subscribers. So it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, and it really does help the channel, especially if you watch the channel quite often. So I appreciate all of the super thanks, the donations, and just you watching the videos really does help. All right, you guys, take care and thank you for your ongoing support, and we'll see you next time. Later.